Hi everyone, it's Sarah. Happy Friday. Yes, it's great to have a Friday, looking for my weekend. What am I going to do? Absolutely nothing. Why? Because I've been sick. Oh, it's so true. Again, sick again. 2 weeks ago, I made a video, put it out. That was Friday. By Monday, yeah, I was sick again, and I've been sick all this time, and I'm still really not quite well. Although I talked to my doctor, and so Monday I'm going to have some blood tests, and we'll see where this is going. But in the meantime, I'm just, I think I'm just going off my rocker a little bit. So beware. You never know what's going to come out of this woman's mouth. Anyway, happy spring to you, even though the weather here in Wisconsin has been far from that truth. But it's okay. I know that the warmer weather is just around the corner. I know that I'm going to be feeling better very soon. So anyway, not exactly well, so you're going to need to excuse me. Sorry about that. One of the things I'm trying to do is incorporate more water, which I surely don't drink enough of. I try to drink green teas because I love that and it's good for you. I drink regular tea just very rarely anymore. I just prefer my green tea. But I drink a lot of the juices. We've talked about that. And today I'm drinking water and pomegranate mixed so that I can get that antioxidant in my system to help, because I'm going on a big wellness adventure. I can't, this is not acceptable. I don't care what age I am, it's not acceptable. Anyway, it's been 2 weeks since I had sugar. I never even had the pomegranate juice this whole time. The only thing I ate was an orange, an apple, some grapes, and a half a banana every couple of days. That's all. That's all. I've been really good, really good. So what's the end result of that? Well, I found out that I had little twinges of sugar. Give me a cookie with my coffee or espresso. I just love that afternoon with that little coffee and a little something something. And sometimes I'd walk by the cookie jar and my favorite cookies there, and they're just still sitting there. Well, actually what's left, because I have a partner in crime that just likes so many things. So anyway, so I've been doing really good with that. I think, I'm not sure, but I think I'm going to give it another week just to see how I'm doing with that. So far, so good. A few twinges of want something, but it soon passes. So I'm really lucky with that. Since I'm not well, or have not been well for quite some time, trying to keep my hair healthy, because with all this sickness and just so much going on, it has been dry and lackluster and just difficult, just unhappy hair days. So here's what I'm on now. I washed my hair, let that dry. I applied a hair mask, okay, a coconut oil hair mask. I've talked about it before. It's really good. It's coconut oil formulated for the hair. And I put that on my hair, concentrated heavily on my ends, but actually put it into the hair. And I just let it sit in there. No, not 5 minutes. How about hours? I let it sit there for hours. And then I went and rinsed it out. Let it air dry, because I usually let it air dry. And because I choose to use a flat iron, it's either one or the other. I never use both at once. But I've decided just for now, I'm going to let it air dry. I've heard some cons about that you shouldn't do that. But then it takes me back to thinking, well, what did they do many years ago when nobody had hair dryers? You didn't have hair dryers. Everybody that I knew, including my mother, would wash her hair, and then while it was still wet, take these pin curl, they call them, we call them bobby pins, but they're actual hair pins, I guess, and you'd take them and you'd make these little circles and you'd pin it, and she'd have this crown of hair bobby pins all over her hair, and she'd take them out, and her hair would be gorgeous, and never any damage to her hair. My grandmother she'd wash her hair once a week. She's Italian. She had long hair all the way down. She let it air dry. I spent time staying at her house many times, and I would watch her at nighttime, and she'd take that little, but she wore a little bun, little Italian bun. It was so cute, with these little tiny earrings. And so she'd take her hair down, and it would be this really long, wavy looking hair, and she would brush it very gently. Sometimes I'd say, Grandma, can I touch your hair? Can I help you? Because I loved it. And we'd measure our hair, of course. I never understood how it got so long. Of course, she never had a haircut. She never used a blow dryer. She never did any of that, and her hair was gorgeous. At night, then, she would braid it and have this big braid and then twist it around in a bun again. And I believe it was stick another bobby pin in there. And that's what I remember about her hair care, that there were no hair dryers back then. Aren't you glad I included some of that information? Isn't that exciting? As if that's interesting to you, but it is to me. So I'm talking about things that from my heart. And with that, I decided that I'm just going to go ahead and just let my hair air dry. Leave it alone. So what if it looks like whatever? If I go out and it bothers me, I'll just go ahead and pin it back. Take a big barrette and just pull it back up off my face or pin it up. No worries. I would rather my hair get healthy again, and so that's what I'm doing. Another thing, depth stitch camera. If anyone's looking for a good one, it's good in many ways, except that when you go to move fast, oh sure, now it won't do it. But yeah, it won't do it now. Jeez. But most of the time, it makes me dizzy, actually. Another thing, I talked about this so many years ago, about things that I hear that older women should not wear, that we need to say forget about it. And so one of the things that always bugs me, and it's still bugging me because that I hear that even to this day, hoop earrings are such a big thing. I love my hoops. I'm going to wear my hoops as much as I want, as long as I want. I'm going to do it. I like them. I think they're fun. That's my thing, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to wear longer earrings, and I'm going to do my thing. There are certain things that maybe we need to give up at a certain age. Excuse me once again here. I mean, I wouldn't go in a mini skirt anymore. I wouldn't walk around in a little halter top outside and, whatever. You want to be, do your own thing, not have anybody dictate to you. But I guess dress with some thought into it as to what's a little bit appropriate or inappropriate, so to speak. Anyway, another thing, talking about getting older and just different things, being sick and being this cold weather. Exercise has been almost non-existent. We had used to have at least a walking path in our hospital area where they would let seniors go walking through. Just early morning, they had set hours that you could do that, and you could just go as long as you want to. And my husband and I used to do that, and it was great. But since the pandemic, all that was closed down, and I can't do that any longer. So being sick all the time, the weather really rough. Oh, and I got to tell you, because the weather really rough made me think and remember 2 weeks ago, just before I filmed my last video, I need a drink. Oh, I hope I get well soon. Just before I posted my last video, did you see that camera go like this? That wasn't me dizzy, was it? I think that was the camera. See? I'm going to take you with me on that. Well, anyway, we still had snow on the ground, but it was it was cold, but my dog was so antsy. I put her in her little coat and we took a walk, and she was so excited. She's running everywhere, and I thought to myself, hold on, because if she gets loose, that little girl, she'll take off and end up in California, and I'll never get her, because that's how fast she walks. Anyway, trying to watch her and trying to avoid any ice, because sometimes the sidewalk looks just like it's maybe wet, but actually it's thin ice. So watching her, she ran across a wet area, and sure enough it was ice, and she's sliding all over. So I thought, well, I'm just going to avoid that. So I stepped aside. There was some snow, but not realizing that the sidewalk on one end was raised, and so my foot just happened to catch that raised part, and I went flying in the air. It felt like it anyway, just flying forward, and I landed full force on this side, hard on my hip. And I'm just laying there because I thought to myself, oh, this is so embarrassing. Oh, did I break any? All these weird thoughts going through my head. And I had seen there was a lady that was coming toward me with another little dog. It's one of the ladies that lives around here. And she says to me, "Good morning," as I just getting up off the ground, and I'm covered with dirty water and just my coat, my nice coat, got all dirt all over it and everything. And I'm like, oh, test my kindness, please, because my attitude wasn't good. I wanted to say, oh, shut up. I know, wasn't that thought mean? But that's what I wanted to say, but I didn't. I just replied back, "Good morning," but I was so humiliated. And so that humiliation, I got myself up and started walking my dog, and I'm like, oh, this is wonderful. And I was just so happy because not one broken bone, I didn't even have a bruise mark on me. So, and I fell hard on my hip, and it was sore. I was sore for a few days, my hip and my arm and my wrist. And I don't know why my neck hurt, but it hurt as well. But it was all good. So something's good going there. So I don't know, it's been a crazy, crazy time. Anyway, I've done enough chit-chatting and just trying to catch up, let you know what's going on. So, yeah, we'll talk to you real soon. Anyway, we're going to give this a video a try. I made 2 others last week and never put them up, like I said. And I don't know. If I don't put this one up, I'm going to be mad at myself. I really am. Anyway, this is so funny. Take care, and we'll talk to you very soon.